You can't just be like, hey, them Skibidi doing and ask him, what is this video about? And it's like, I don't know, but just do it.
There is a saying, if you can't beat them,
join them.
Hi everyone, I'm Michelle.
Hi, I'm Rachel, and this is ROD, Realtors of Duty, where we talk about everything under the sun except
Real estate.
So today, Michelle, your outfit very Skibidi.
Rachel, you damn 6'7". Is that how you communicate nowadays?
Okay, you got my topic of today. So today, we're going to talk about Michelle's favorite topic. Yes, because she has been ongoing talking about this, about her frustration on brain rots.
Like, finally, oh my god! Wow, I really want to talk about this topic since don't know how many ages ago, because it's like I'm experiencing this almost every week. Yeah,
every week. Why?
so it's like, yeah, because I have kids, right? So just today I experienced something. My son came back with a handbook. Okay, you know kids nowadays got handbook, right?
Okay.
In school, he came back. I was looking through his handbook just before I go for my appointment, and I saw this on the remarks portion, and it took me 2 seconds to react to it.
Remarks and comments by who?
By my son. He wrote 6, 7. 6, 7! And at the bottom, he still spelled out alright. And then I look at him. Then I look at that one again. Then I look at him. Can I know what is this? Then he just laugh and walk away.
Oh my god, I really saw a lot of TikTok videos, right? Whereby people are just counting 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. The whole class goes into chaos
I say 6, 7.
6, 7! Wow, I blow. I don't even understand what's going on.
You don't talk about that. That day I just saw one TikTok video. I was so shocked. Someone would say about 6, 7, suddenly doing a TikTok video on 6, 7 also. I'm like, huh? Then I look at her and like, hey, you know what is 6, 7 or not?
Nope. So background was, I'm working at a cafe, and then we have 3 millennials working at a cafe, you know, like helping out. And then we got this Gen Z intern that helped us with marketing. So she was deciding to help us with one of the video, and then she just started to direct us. And then it turned out to be a 6, 7 video. So I started looking at the founder and asked him, what is this video about? And it's like, I don't know, but just do it.
Do you realize that all this, right? Why I'm so eager to talk about this topic is because I need to get it off my chest. This is something that's been eating into me because I've been hanging out with younger generations, right? And I don't understand. They can all suddenly, like, one bunch of them, someone say 6, 7, and everyone just start laughing. This has become like a new humor. But I don't understand what's so humorous about it. It's just 2 figures. 6 and a 7. It can be $67, 67 cents. But I don't find the humor in it.
I also don't. To be honest, there are so many different kind of brain rots. Like 6, 7 is one of them. There are others like Skibidi.
Yes, I don't
What is
understand.
Skibidi?
You know, I come across a kid who starts saying Skibidi, 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 Skibidi. So I'm like, and I look at him, I'm like, Skibidi, 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 Skibidi. And then he just laughs. He's still laughing away. I'm like, so is this how we are going to communicate in future? So I'm supposed to look at you as 6, 7, 6, 7, Skibidi, Skibidi,
It's Skibidi.
6, 7, 6, 7. And there are some others like what? Tung, tung.
Tung, sahur.
Tung, sahur.
Yeah, I'm like, what are all this? You know, has our communication been so simple to the extent that we just listen to your 6, 7, 6, 7 and you can understand what I'm saying?
Okay, so because of this episode, right, I did a little bit background check to understand what is brain rot.
Yes, please enlighten.
Right.
Yeah,
So,
enlighten us.
The original of meaning of brain rot, right, basically is, it is a term referred to a gradual decay in the ability to concentrate, think critically, and engage properly with the world. But now, the modern definition, it refers to a perceived decline in mental capacity, concentration, or critical thinking skills caused by excessive consumption of shallow, nonsensical, or inane digital content, especially short-form videos. And I totally agree.
Yes, that's so apt, right? I mean, like, yes, this makes sense. Okay, what she say just makes sense. Every single word has a certain meaning to it, which I don't understand. I mean, till now, I'm still trying to understand what is 6-7.
And it somehow just has no meaning, but people are using it as if it can become a verb, it can be a noun, it can be an adjective. I don't even know.
Do you know what is Skibidi? Skibidi comes from this video that has a toilet bowl with a man's head
At the toilet bowl there.
Yeah, and it just starts dancing around, singing some songs to it. You can see the video here.
My style is ridiculous.
Skibidi dum dum dum, yes yes. Skibidi dum dum dim dim. Skibidi dum dum dum, yes yes. Skibidi dum dum dim dim.
Yeah, so it's like, can you understand what does that mean? But it just attracts a lot of youngsters to watch it, and then they came out with a series of it.
I feel like it's a lot because of the sound that it kind of goes, because of the repetition that people are using, and then also because of the colors maybe.
Correct.
Yeah, so I do realize, right, people nowadays, like the younger generations, their patience is getting shorter because they are very used to all the very short form videos. Their attention lifespan becomes a lot shorter also.
Correct. Not only that, I think with the colors, the very bright colors, right? Because we are very used to, bright colors tend to attract our attention. And due to that, right, people just get captured by the colors, the fast-paced movement very quickly. Because I think all the short reels and stuff like this, right, you will just use your finger and just swipe. All this actually creates the short attention span. So I think this is what actually catches them. But I just cannot, when I think about this, the next question to me is, how am I going to communicate with the younger generation?
You can't just be like, hey, them skibidi.
Yeah, correct. So what does this skibidi, when you use that as verb or something like this, what does it actually mean? I cannot understand. What does it actually mean?
When do we even put it into a sentence? Actually, honestly, it took me very long to even figure out.
Correct. It's like every single word that we use has a certain meaning to it. But when they use 6-7 or skibidi or some other words, in every sentence that carries all different type of meaning, I'm curious, how do they actually understand or comprehend what the other party is trying to put across?
That's true.
Correct. It's like, hey, you damn skibidi.
So what's a skibidi? What am I?
You know what I mean? Hey, you today look damn skibidi. Why are you so skibidi now? Hey, tomorrow you will be skibidi.
I don't know whether that means that is supposed to be a compliment or an insult.
Exactly, right? Because, in our dictionary, there's no such meaning. There's no meaning to it. So how will people who use it actually comprehend what it means?
Something funny is that, right? I just did a quick search, right? So this 6-7 thing, right, has become a dominant piece of brain rot internet humor and was named the 2025 Word of the Year by dictionary.com.
Oh my god! So you mean they have a meaning to it in the dictionary?
Well, so if I go to dictionary.com, right, it basically just says that 6-7 is a viral ambiguous slang term that has waffled its way through the Gen Alpha social media and school hallways. So this term is largely nonsensical, but especially paired with a hand gesture, becomes a way to respond to questions or as a result, seeing it as a consecutive order in the wow math problem within a phone number.
What?
Basically,
what?
It's just nonsense and absurd.
So when I say 6-7,
somehow it becomes a meaning.
Rachel,
6-7.
Can you understand what it means?
No. Because of this episode, I'm really trying to Google all these ridiculous things that I've been
all the
learning.
ridiculous things that's coming out, right? Yeah.
I have no idea, and I don't even know how they come about and why are people making it become a thing.
But it's something that we are, maybe for me, I'm experiencing this every week.
Because of your kids.
Correct. Not only that, because of my friends' kids, when we hang out, and then I like to talk to kids. Yeah, I love kids. So when we start communicating and they're coming with all this kind of languages, I'm like, I'm trying to understand because I want to understand you, but I really cannot understand. Or maybe because our brain is too 老土. old-fashioned, okay, that we need to have a meaning to every word. Whereby nowadays the kids, they just need to somehow understand your tonality and they can understand what you're saying, you know. So when we try to understand more on this, right, I was just saying that kids nowadays, they tend to learn about sounds before they learn vocabulary.
So for example, like toddlers, they know what's skibidi, but they don't know
Correct.
like proper sentences.
Correct. And before they even learn any meaningful words. So they will start talking about skibidi, skibidi. Maybe they even say skibidi before calling mommy.
Oh my god, that's damn sad.
You won't know, right? Because I mean, nowadays the kids, yeah, they are holding on to their phones so frequently. You know, I just seen a toddler like maybe 8 months old in the stroller, and the phone has been attached to the stroller up there, and then the eyes is glued there.
Oh my god, okay, this is a
Yeah.
topic we need to talk about another day because I really cannot understand why also. Why are kids so young being exposed to social media and the internet?
We can leave this for next topic.
Yeah.
Okay, so yeah, follow us, subscribe to us, and then you will know about next topic. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, because why I want to talk about this 6-7 topic is because I feel that this really impacts our younger generation. Yeah. And in future, I am concerned because, you know, our parent generation, the way they talk and everything, it impacts us. And we still follow the old-fashioned way,
Old-fashioned way.
whereby all our words have certain meanings to it. Correct? But even when we use Singlish, there's still a certain meaning to it. Even like the li la law. It doesn't make any sense, but somehow because it comes from the dialects, right? So this li la law actually makes our language very unique. And it does make sense. But this skibidi and this 6-7, I can't find a way to understand it. I don't know.
And I don't even know how to put it into my sentences.
Yeah,
Like,
correct.
how does it fit in? When do I use it? I don't know.
So now then this puts me into a thinking whereby how actually this brain rot thing is affecting our kids. And this keeps me thinking. That's why I really want to share this out. Because I'm concerned. I'm concerned about the kids in future. Because this is just the start of the trend. I believe there will be more
More
other
of it.
different words
Yes.
that will come out that has no meaning to it.
Especially, I think all these brain rot things, right, only came out recently. I think in 2024, right?
Skibidi, this thing actually comes out in 2018.
Oh, okay.
But it was not that
Popular.
famous in Southeast Asia yet back then. It's more towards the US and stuff like this.
Okay.
So actually apparently they did a studies, and how I know about this brain rot thing was I was actually surfing YouTube. And because I was very curious what is this 6-7 SKB, so I went online to search, and I found this video on brain rot. That's when I realized the topic on brain rot. There's actually really this term called brain rot. Okay, and apparently they went to do studies and research, and it's affecting a lot of kids in the US. Their intellectual level is also been affected.
Okay.
Yeah, because of the use of the devices. Okay, and the content that they are seeing.
I feel like, you know, the thing about all this brain rot thing, right? I feel like it somehow seems creative, right? But it really restricts a lot of people's creative juices. Because instead of actually using your proper creative juice to go and come up with something
That is really actually creative.
you're just replacing it with this nonsense.
Nonsense. Yeah. Yeah, I think we can use the word nonsense, lah, right? Yeah, because it really is nonsensical. You know what I mean? So it's like I'm concerned. Yeah. And I don't want my kids or my future generation to be brain rot. That's the only word I can really think of now. Brain rot. Yeah, they are so it is to me it's like how high can your IQ go? Sorry, how high can your IQ go? How high can your EQ go? When you are so stuck with this brain rot.
I think
things,
it kind of
yeah.
reduced your vocabulary
Correct.
as well.
Correct.
Because every word you're using, you're just replacing it with this nonsense word, right?
Yes.
So like eventually you don't even need to think about any proper vocabulary in your sentence structure.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So I was like looking at my son, and when he says that, I'm like, and that makes me worry. Yeah, because that makes me worry. Kind of worries me because you don't have a proper word to put to how you are feeling. You cannot properly express yourself. You know, you just come up with all these nonsensical words. Then when you can express yourself, how will people understand you? And when people cannot understand you, I mean, when you're young, people just laugh it off, right? You know, people are always very forgiving to younger kids and stuff. But my question is, when you are out at work, like the younger generation start using skibidi, or when you're at work, suddenly a colleague comes to you, hey, skibidi, or hey, you are then skibidi today.
It's like a professional setting, but you're using all these words that just doesn't make sense. And
So how you want people to understand what you are saying? You know what I mean? So this is something that I think it's very concerning to me. Yeah. So then I did ask. I did ask a few of my friends, hey, so have you heard of this brain rot thing?
okay.
And they were like, not really. Apparently not many people know about this brain rot thing. But they heard of 6-7.
Okay. Because it's so
Yes,
widely
correct. They heard of
used.
6-7, they know of Skibidi. Parents with kids, they know of Skibidi. They know of 6-7. You know, they know of some of those kids content pages. But they don't know of brain rot. You'll be surprised that a lot of parents don't know about brain rot, you know. So I think this is something that I want to make known to people, that all this content actually does affect our kids. And how does it affect our kids? One, I see a very big difference in my child, in my son. When he was very into all this content, he is very hot temper.
Oh, okay. Interesting.
Yes. And he gets aggressive very easily. They get aggressive very easily, very short attention span. Even when you watch the YouTube, right, he knows how to fast forward.
Okay.
So when they watch, right? So maybe you watch now. Next moment, like suddenly fast forward. So I will get them to watch some educational shows, right? He will watch Bo Pian Ma and the mother Ma. He used to watch, right? Then he will just fast forward, watch certain thing. Then he will just skip all the content in the center and then suddenly at the end, right? You never even watch the in-between contents there. And you are suddenly at the end.
Like there's no focus anymore.
Correct. Because I think all this Skibidi or 6-7 or whatsoever, right, is repetitive. So it might bring it to them that, you know, whatever they are watching is also very repetitive.
Okay.
So they might just want to skip the center and go to the end. That's something that I realized. Yeah, that's one thing.
Okay. So I think another thing that I also do notice while searching right now is that it does actually promotes impulsivity and actually can lead to like delayed learning.
Oh.
Yes, because of the video's ability to focus, right? Your way to remember information is also affected. Because you're also used to being repetitive, but you cannot focus at the same time. So the way you take in information is also affected compared to people who are not exposed to brain rot. And all this rapid fire content, right, does interfere somehow with your developing executive function skills. Sorry, I know there's a lot of chim terms here, but it really is something that affects your brain.
Correct.
Really brain rot, you know?
Yeah, exactly, right. And my son is now like so into Minecraft. It's also, to me, it's also another brain rot thing whereby, you know, they keep running in circles. Then there are people commenting, you know, there's commentary, someone commenting whatever actions they're doing, and then they school vulgarities and stuff like this.
Okay.
So they are, and I'm like, why do you want to watch this? They'll start building like beds, some action figure running about, then they'll build beds on top of cliff or something like this. I'm like, this doesn't make sense at all. Why are you looking at this? You mean you want to build bed on a cliff? Or how you build the walls? Then you try to bang against the wall? Or I don't know. So it's like,
Okay, our kids nowadays addicted to nonsense.
yeah, exactly right. So these are something that, and I really need to put in a lot of effort to stop him from watching all this. You know, he can just watch that for hours and hours, and I'm like, why are you watching this? If no one were to stop him, he'll continue to watch. And he learned a lot of weird languages from there. And this is something that I really want to stop, and I hope that we can stop having all this kind of nonsensical content.
But sadly, I feel like because of internet, because of social media, especially fast form contents like TikTok, IG Reels, I think it's hard for us to put a stop. But it's very important that people need to understand that all these words, brain rot things are not really helping in any way
Yeah.
to us.
I think even for kids, for teachers, right, it's actually quite sad to say that there are some teachers, right, who actually introduce the 6, 7 or make it a joke in their class as well.
I think because they want to capture the kids' attention.
I understand.
And
but,
then they do it.
correct.
Yeah.
But I understand where they're coming from. But I think as
Educators.
as educators, we shouldn't be doing that. We should actually, but then again, I can understand that it's very hard to speak logic to the kids. We need to find a balance on that.
And especially I think if the kids, they're really exposed to it, right? And you are not, like, you're lag behind, right? Then like they will feel that there's this gap between you and the teachers. Then they feel like they you know.
So speaking of this, I think education institutions are also, you know, the teachers are also it's very hard to teach lah, to be honest.
Actually, they're very 可怜 lah.
Yeah, it's very hard to teach nowadays also because you have to join them in order for them to listen to you. There is a saying, if you can't beat them, you join them. I think that's what the teachers are doing.
But I feel like at the same time, right, there's a fine line between humour and nonsense.
That's true. That's why they take the nonsense as humor.
Yes. And it becomes confusing.
As a parent, right, sometimes talking to my kids out, I also need to be a bit creative. Because if you keep talking logic to them, they just shut off.
Shut off, yes.
But the problem is, if you don't talk logic to them, they don't understand and then they'll just continue to brain rot. But we don't want them to brain rot. How? Can you comment below and let us know what are the ways that we can teach our younger generation better?
Or how about you all let us know, why are you all using all this brain rot terms?
Yes, if you are one of those who used it, like one of the girls that I saw in the lift, that's
In the lift?
yeah, in the lift. I was in the lift. This bunch of teenagers come in, and then they start saying, one of them start saying 6, 7. I think there were 6 of them.
Out of nowhere?
Yeah, out of nowhere. And then everyone started laughing. And then I'm standing behind them. I'm like,
The heck?
yeah. I cannot understand. I'm like, I really have the urge to ask them, can I know what is the meaning of 6, 7? What's so funny? But then next moment, it stepped up already. Yeah,
To be honest, right, it really gets very frustrating.
yes. So back of my mind is like, I really don't understand. I cannot comprehend. So if you are one of those who happen to enter into our channel and saw our video and also cannot understand why we cannot understand what is 6, 7, please comment below. Enlighten us a bit, enlighten this 60-year-old auntie. What is 6, 7 or skibidi? Or skibidi. 6, 7, 6, 7, 6, 7. Is that going to be our new language? I don't know.
Yeah. Or teach us, how can we use it in our sentence so that, we can communicate with the younger generation.
Maybe our next podcast, we'll start doing a yo skibidi.
And then see whether you can understand us.
Okay? So, yeah.
Let us know in the comments below.
Yeah.
What are the brain rot things that you think is also getting out of hand that people should stop using? And let us know what are the things that people should start implementing instead of all these brain rots.
How can we better educate our younger generations that these are brain rot terms and that they can come to terms with it and stop using it?
Yeah.
Give us some ideas on that, really. Because if not, I'm really very concerned about our future generation. I'm not trying to run for election. I mean, I can't. But I really am concerned because as a mother, I really don't want that to happen to my kids. So I think a lot of parents out there, I'm not sure whether do you have concerns or you're just those kind of, never mind, I just let them be, But I feel that I want my kids to survive well in future and
mentally as well as emotionally.
Correct.
Also.
So I really want to find a way to, at least try to educate our own kids in a better manner. Yeah, that they will not brain rot. Okay?
See you in the next episode. This is ROD. Bye.